All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I got something I want to say. Is we got another movie. We're going to be talking about The Ritual. So The Ritual is a brand new movie starring Al Pacino, and we also have Ashley Greene in this. We have, of course, Dan Stevens in this. We got Patricia Hennington in here. Abigail Conway in here. So there's a decent amount of actors that I've heard of or I've, you know, come across throughout my years of watching movies. So the entirety of this film is around, of course, Al Pacino's character. And you also have, he plays his father, Theodophilus. And then Dan Stevens plays his father, Joseph, who is the leader of this parish. That takes place in 1928. This is based on true events. Apparently, Abigail Conway, who plays Emma, she has been possessed off and on since she was a child, and she is constantly getting issues with whatever spirit is trying to take her over. And what happens is Father Theodophilus, he has been dealing with her off and on for years. And once her mother passed away, he had to intervene more to help her with this possession. And Father Joseph is very negative. He's like, I don't believe what's going on. He thinks that she needs a doctor, thinks that she needs a psychiatrist or some type of medical attention. And they go through 5 days of this exorcism, and more things start happening. Like, she rips hair off of a nun's head, she breaks the hand of another nun, she crawls up the walls, she's speaking in other languages, she's claiming to be this person or this person, trying to trick everybody, trying to do this, trying to do that. And they go through everything, and Father Joseph is dealing with his own issues, his own morals, because his brother had passed away by taking, his own life, and it was really hard on him. And he's having to deal with his faith. He's having to deal with what he's seeing. He's having to deal with what, Al Pacino's character was explaining to him about there is evil out there, that this is a thing, that they need to fight this, that they need to save Emma, because if they don't, then they're going to lose her. And that was a hard thing to swallow. It really was, because it really made me go of okay. And then and that's when we find out about Al Pacino's character being very close to Emma at one point and not able to save her. And he was pretty much one of the first priests that was able to become an exorcist. And he was very fresh behind the ears, so to speak. And he was very like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? And he left, and he regretted it ever since. So he was trying to make things right. And by the very end of the film, Joseph finally sees what Emma is. Like, there's something inside her, something not human, something very untamed, very destructive, very evil. And he uses his faith and his brother's courage and memory that he had left of him to recite St. Michael's section in the Bible that really helped them destroy whatever this was. Now, again, this movie, regardless of whether it's based on true events, I have seen movies that has been based on true events. I have seen movies that are not based on true events. To me, this movie was not scary. To me, it was an interesting story to a perspective. I feel like, in my honest opinion, as good as an actor as Al Pacino is, and even Ashley Greene, I felt like that they really got lowballed in this film. I really felt like they got lowballed because of their acting was good. It was believable. It just, to me, was not a very good movie. And the reason why I say it was not a very good movie, it was extremely slow. It was very, like, I understand this took place in the 20s, but it made you wonder why they not just continually doing it in one or two sessions. Um, because you saw this one was getting worse, and of how ignorant Joseph was. He was a very ignorant man. He was very, oh, I don't believe this is going on. I believe it's this. I believe it's that. It was all these things that made you go, what the hell is going on, dude? Like, you see what's going on, you can't explain it, and you still want to act like you know what you're talking about, even though in reality you don't. So it was just a lot of those things where it made me go, really? But overall, I think the movie was okay, but this movie could have been a lot better, in my opinion. I think this movie could have been better to a point of not for only entertainment purposes. Now, again, I understand that everybody's got a story to tell, regardless of how deep a possession may be or how deep something may occur. Now, again, I'm not going to get involved in that, but again, I think this movie could have been just a little bit more on the entertaining side and a little bit less of a um, another type of way. But overall, I think the movie was okay. I think it's going to be a one and done for me. I don't see it being a different type of film for me that I want to go back to and watch later on again. I will say, if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of a thriller drama, then check this movie out. But if you don't want to watch this film, then I highly understand. Because again, I can't recommend this film and say this is a good film. I can't recommend this film and say you will enjoy yourself. I can't recommend this film and say that, oh, it's a great horror movie, because it's not. Again, it was just a very disappointing film to me, in my own personal opinion. But overall, guys, what is your thoughts of this? Let me know about it down in the comments. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you as always on the next one.